I usually start all my videos by diving straight in, so no long intros or rambling, but this one's different. I got the chance to see the new Superman movie this weekend, and honestly, it's kind of wild how much it's already changing the way people talk about DC. There's lots of hype with some backlash and there's a lot of noise, but in the middle of all that, there's actual faith in a new universe, so let's talk about it. The Superman movie has officially released, and I had the chance to see the film, and it was amazing. Plus, most critics and fans are already loving it, saying the film is way more hopeful than anything we've seen in the last decade, and its world building is comic book deep. Also, many early reviews are saying it's bright, sincere, and fun. In fact, the early estimated numbers for the opening weekend is around 121 million or more. I actually have to go back on what I just said. The film was made over these expectations at 122 million domestically and 217 globally, which is almost the entire film's budget made back in its opening weekend. That alone is a massive shift from DC's past box office bombs, and the grimy superhero trend both DC and Marvel have heavily followed. Whether you're a diehard Superman fan or just hoping DC gets it right this time, or a diehard Marvel fan hoping this movie will only worsen DC's reputation, this film already feels like a turning point. One of the biggest things people are noticing about this film, before we even get into story or characters, is the tone. And honestly, that's a major shift in the right direction from the past decade. Superman's been heavy, very real, and burdened by the weight of the world. We saw that especially during the Snyder era. It was all shot beautifully, but drenched in tragedy and painted black and gray. Seriously, I watched those movies back and it's like there was no color in them.
One way this ends, Cal. Either you die, or I do.
But James Gunn's Superman pulls us somewhere else entirely. Not just lighter, not just colorful, but more emotionally accessible. Which is great, because that's what Superman needs to lean into as a character. Worldwide early viewers are saying this version of Superman isn't detached from humanity, he's grounded in it. There's actual warmth in the character again, and there's heart in the film. And he still remains powerful and serious. But he walks into scenes with sincerity, not dread. And whether you love or hate that, it's a huge creative decision. Gunn's clearly reaching back to the Donner era idealism, Christopher Reeve's charm, but updating it for today's world. It's like the studio finally remembered that Superman isn't just a god in a cape. He's a symbol of hope and belonging, trying to do good even when the world feels upside down.
Superman!
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
Something else that stood out to me and something people are really responding to isn't just how Superman looks, it's how he feels. For years now, several superhero films, not just DC, have either leaned into total chaos or dark introspection. But this film does something rare. It actually brings heart and compassion. This movie brings back something less popularized in superhero films and what we don't talk about enough. He's not just saving people, he's connecting with them. Early viewers are saying it's emotional, honest, and kinda funny without feeling like a joke. There's a softness to this Superman, and that connection gives this movie the lightness that feels very rare now. Even the supporting cast is described as having real chemistry, a sense of family and friendship, all the stuff that makes the story stick. Like Mr. Terrific, played by Eddie Gathegi, a complete scene stealer who brings calm and personality and is one of the best action sources in the movie. Or Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, who is loud, arrogant, and hilarious, but done right. And Lois Lane, played by Rachel Brosnahan. People are calling her the best Lois since Margaret Kidder. She's a great character, and her chemistry with Clark is magnetic, like their interview scene. If I could describe it, it's thoughtful and layered. Overall, Lois holds her own. And Crypto is also an important part of the film. The super dog you'd expect to be cute and annoying, but he steals all his scenes in the best way. I personally feel like this film isn't afraid to make you feel something other than sadness. This movie isn't just about Superman, it's about DC. For years, DC's been trying to figure itself out. Reboot after reboot, tone shifts, crossover chaos, and studio drama. We've seen incredible performances, weighed down by disconnected storytelling. But this Superman finally feels like a starting point. Not just a one-off, but a foundation. This feels like James Gunn stating, this is what the new DC universe looks like. And part of holding it all together is David Cornsweet. Now stepping into this role, it's not easy. He's following Reeves, Cavill, and even Tyler Hoechlin. And still, him being the new Clark Kent brings something new. He's not just playing strong or noble, he's playing human. A grounded person without being corny. Some say he captures the spirit of Superman before he even puts the suit on, which is huge, because that's what makes a great Clark Kent. Someone who doesn't turn Superman on and off, but carries him in every small decision. People are describing his performance as gentle, sincere, and soulful. And that emotional weight is what allows the rest of the universe to matter. If Superman works, DC works, and from what we're seeing, Cornsweet might be the face that makes this world finally feel real. So if this lands, it's not just a win for Superman fans, it's a win for all of us who want to see DC rise again. Something else I don't think we're talking about enough is the overall look and feel of the film. The cinematography here doesn't just brighten things up, it reshapes how we see Superman. There's a warm feel to the lighting, a softness in certain shots, and the costume design somehow blends classic and modern without feeling forced. It's not all washed out CGI or heavy shadows. There's real color, clarity, and balance. And the goal of the movie is subtle but emotional when you realize it. And it builds scenes quietly, giving Superman's world a kind of steady heartbeat. It's like the movie wants you to feel present in the universe, not just observe it. And that's what makes it work, visually. It feels like a world where hope can exist.
So this guy just flew into Midtown and started attacking people, demanding for Superman to show up?
Yeah, it's all there in my article.
And I'd actually have to make it through your writing, Clark. Knowledge is worth many sacrifices. That isn't one of them.
Very funny, Lois.
Watching and experiencing this movie was very enjoyable. And from everything we're seeing, this isn't just another Superman reboot. It's an honest reset and a bold statement. And maybe it's not perfect. What movie is? But the heart's there. The cast delivers, and David's presence continues to shine and carry with Superman. DC might finally be giving us something we can build on. That being said, I tried to keep the video as non-spoiler as possible, but maybe in a few days I'll be back with a full deep dive. But for now, this Superman already feels like a step in the right direction. So let me know in the comments, do you want your Superman hopeful and warm, or do you still prefer the darker, mythic tone? And what did you think of the Superman film if you saw it?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
If you made it this far in the video, you either agree with what I'm saying or you're preparing to write a hate comment. Either way, go ahead, like and subscribe so I can keep pointing out DC's mistakes and so you can keep commenting about how much you disagree. Until then, have a wonderful day.